complete submission to ungovernable chaos. For once you leave the house, how the flip can the cat be expected to find food, shelter and adequate entertainment? In short, once you leave the borders, how in heck can you locate the good shiz? But do not unsheathe your secret fury, for I, the barely human Richard Ayoade, am here to make your short-haul holiday game the stuff of dreams that could one day become anecdotes. I, while saddled with some of the most available people in the world of entertainment, am going to savagely barrel you through a colossally clustered mini-break. Woo! This is Travel Without Mercy. Tonight, 48 hours in the city that affixed a Pest to its Buda. 3.7 mil cats congregate in the Hungarian capital each year to take its waters and bask in bohemian beauty. Joining me to shoulder the burden is writer, comedian and actor Aisling B.
Army.
Together we will take a train staffed by youths.
They grow up so fast, Richard.
Behave like ruddy students. And brook aural assault.
Where the heck are these meaty pancakes?
We're here, but should we have come?
Checkmate.
Not focusing, yeah? And presenting. In a manner that's very much off-screen, we traverse the 906 miles twixt Britain and Hungary before thudding down in its principal ville. Part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire for 50 years, it withstood 40 years of communism before the final indignity of our two-day occupation.
So, Richard, why Budapest?
A full answer awaits outside of this frame. Budapest was so named on the 17th of November 1873 when three settlements of Pest, Buda and the Salampacli surplus Old Buda were united into a megacity. Let's weaponise the stat cannon. Hungary is home to 1,500 thermal springs, 450 public baths, 8 indigenous grape varieties and 6 different types of paprika. It is the birthplace of the biro and the Rubik's Cube, as well as being the very place in which vitamin C was discovered, which makes this something of a personal pilgrimage.
The cash-strapped mini-breaker can broker 48 hours of Buda biz for just over 61,000 half, aka 180 GBP. To give us the illusion of authenticity, I've checked us into a hostel.
I've been assured it's probably safe. Look.
What sort of
In you go.
weekend break have you
You're more than welcome.
led me into?
You're more than welcome.
Thank you. Richard, my bag's so heavy.
The Lavender Circus offers alarmingly low-priced accommodation.
Oh, God.
The 4 flights of stairs allows us time to ponder the extremely unlikely possibility that there's a catch.
Oh, look. This looks kind of quirky.
Thank you.
And look, there's a traditional bottle of
Bleach.
there.
Yeah.
It's important.
You'll need that.
Ensuite sleeping quarters are available, pre-etched with bespoke scribblings from its proprietor.
Okay, this is a tough nighttime wee.
Oh, wow. This doesn't look budget at all.
This is too low.
My room's lovely, actually. What's yours like?
It is highly dangerous. It wouldn't pass UK building regs. It's like the set of Roman Polanski's The Tenant. And that's a reference no one's going to get.
But before we can cop the city's culture, we must first master Hungarian, one of the hardest languages for native English speakers to learn. Waiting, as if by appointment, is our poker-faced Hungarian tour guide, Miklos.
Aisling.
Miklos.
Richard.
Richard.
I've been saying it wrong my whole life.
No, but the Hungarian way is Richard.
Okay.
Yes. The stress is always on the first syllable.
On the first one. So you would go supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Exactly.
Okay.
With an hour to conquer its 10 dialects, 18 noun cases,
Udska.
and 14 vowel sounds,
Uh-oh. We're like the Teletubbies.
You could probably lose that vowel, I'd say.
Miklos starts to get our linguistic shiz.
Finally, when you drink, you want to say cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah. Egészségedre.
Egészségedre. That's how everything sounds after you
Okay.
start drinking.
How do I say thank you?
Köszönöm.
Köszönöm. I'm never going to forget that.
Now we've achieved near fluency, we start lining our eyeballs with landmarks. Miklos insists that we document these momentous moments by attaching a smartphone to a stick and turning the lens on our very selves in a selfie tour.
So now we are approaching the parliament. You might ask why such a small country has such a huge parliament.
Corruption.
No.
Oh.
Because it was built in 1896 when Hungary was 3 times as big as it is now. The part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. So if you'd like to take a selfie,
It just feels like an Ozzy Osbourne album cover.
you should look happier.
I am looking happy.
That's Richard like a Christmas.
And what could almost pass for a montage, we click through the Museum of Ethnography,
Okay, you ready?
celebrated socialist poet Attila József, and leading homicide detective Columbo, reft here because of Peter Falk's Hungarian ancestry and shared surname with the 19th century politician.
You come this side. There we go.
Then looking straight up.
Wow.
That's a great selfie. Get the bridge in.
Within 2 hours, we've almost wiped the city dry with our infernal wand, leaving one last site to scope, the Hardick Memorial.
A popular spot for students. Before their exams, they come here and they touch a sensitive part of the horse and they think it will bring luck. If you look up and you see at the shiniest part,
Yes.
you will see what I'm
Because people have been
talking
rubbing
about.
it.
Yeah?
Give me a leg up, Richard.
Oh, great. You made it. The last Hungarian word we are going to learn is tök.
Tuk. What's
Yes.
tuk? That sounds cute.
And since it belongs to the horse, and horse is low,
Low.
Low.
it's the low töke.
Oh, wait, no, that's horse balls, is it?
Well,
Low
you
tuk.
said that. I don't use such words.
Take the selfie stick. There we go.
Okay. Get the low tucks in.
Please, let's not cheapen this. There's a lot of horse to get in here. Okay. I think
So-
my head's in the way of the undercarriage.
Thank you very much. It was great fun.
Very fancy.
Miklos, or as they say in Budapest, Tüsödöröm.
Understandably famished, fatigued and frightened, our vowels ache for the appeasement of lunch, located a 20-min taxi trundle towards Buda's oldest part.
Wow, look at this. This looks ruddy rustic.
Kaylee van der Glue has been ladling out authentic Hungarian fare to locals and Caucasian film actors since 1899.
This is a roll call. Roger Moore looked exhausted. But why Charles Bronson on a horse? Imagine
Who's
that he would
Charles
be allowed.
Bronson?
Death Wish, please. Man's films.
High School Musical.
About men. Killing other men.
Oh, classic, man.
Napot kívánok!
Si.
You can do it. Push through.
Két fúró, erőszték
Igen, kérem, tessenek követni.
Houston.
Yes, Yushanam.
Yes.
With the accent on substantial, we peruse the paprikaed provisions.
I would recommend the fisherman's soup with the green
I could
paprika.
eat that because I'm famously a pescatarian, Richard. Is there any dead animal that you'd like to eat here, Richard?
Yes, please.
Don't let me.
I would love...
you off?
Yes. I think I'll just have some... I'm just going to have some meaty pancakes. What's in them? Could be anything at this stage of the day.
Can you?
Wow. This is good.
Oh!
This is,
Hey, guys!
the guy with the bait has got a harder job there. He's got to deliver it in. Right, this is good. All these faces. This is suddenly it's a montage sequence in a Sherlock Holmes.
Sort of puts you into a bit of a frenzy, like
This
I want to eat
guy's-
something like.
Yeah. What are you meant to do at this point? Are you meant to,
You know
are we
what?
meant to continue as if we're talking? Or are we just meant to listen?
Oh yeah, Richard's respectful.
Okay.
They,
That was great.
woo!
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
That's
Tasha.
Kirsten, thank you very much. Very good. Kirsten.
Don't you get him?
Where the heck are these meaty pancakes?
To To tide us over, we spoon through Hungary's national dish, goulash and fish soup.
Oh, yeah, it's nice.
Good. Then we thunder on with marrowbone and gingham napkins, cabbage noodles, bread mounted with garlic, and at long last, my meaty pancakes.
Well,
I can see why they don't specify the meat.
any dish where they cover it in a bucket of sauce, you're
Yes.
like, something's amiss here.
Yeah.
It's like when you go into someone's house and there's a smell of bleach, you're like, who was killed here?
You've just described my house. Okay, here we go.
Okay, one,
One, two, three. Kieran Samlad.
Köszönjük szépen.
Thank you very much. He had it anyway. Thank you very much.
I'm actually just now not feeling like much of a feminist. Could you get this?
It's fine, although that is steep. Fuller than is wise, we waddle on in search of steep gradients. Established 1870, 1.5 meters a second.
I love it when you drop a fact on me, Richard.
I have absolutely filled the fat bucket to overflow.
I'm drinking every little bit of dribble that comes out.
Please, don't drink direct from the fat bucket. 186 later, we've arrived in the Buda Castle district, a World Heritage Site riddled with historic squares, palaces and vantage points. Aisling, if you had to make a sweeping generalisation about this city based on the view, what would it be?
They're hiding something.
Wow, that is like a Jeremy Kyle assessment. As evening cloaks our crumbling flesh, we see what goes down in Pest post-PM. Since the magical noughties, ruin pubs started to self-perpetuate in the long-abandoned buildings of the Jewish quarter. We've descended on the original, simpler Kurds.
Hello. Kit unicum et sera sepet.
It's brutal when they answer in English. Unicum, the local libation, is made from over 40 herbs and spices, originally brewed as an indigestion tonic for Emperor Joseph II in 1790 by his physician Dr. Zwok. It for some reason still exists.
We'll be back for more in a bit. We're absolute legends. We're kind of... feels fun, feels vibey. Everyone's having a laugh.
I do not like going out. This is terrific.
These are very unfortunately named shots. Unicum, which I would have thought could have done with a rebranding.
It is a shame.
You ready?
Sipping bits.
1, 2, 3. Jesus, Mary and Joseph and all of his carpenter friends.
Come on. As well as its smooth aftertaste, Unicum also contains the dormant spirit of Danny Dyer.
Down here one, down here one. Lads, lads, lads. Barmy army.
Knock it down.
No, I'm not knocking it down. What am I, on your hen-do?
Yeah. It's about the nearest I'll get to a hen-do anytime soon. Come on.
Please, there's still hope. There's not much.
Please.
That is not a drink for fun. I've done all I need to do here.
If you leave me here with one shot glass and one empty, it'd look from afar like an Adele video.
You've just sold me. But before the strings swell and we fade to black and white, the day calls it a night. In the park that may well be called two, at least three things will happen. This thing, this thing, and this thing. I feel my suffering has only just begun. In the previous half of our now iconic barrel through Budapest, we mastered its tongue, all the best, captured our own image. It just feels like an Ozzy Osbourne album cover. And next this nip. Day 2 starts with my customary quest for healing waters and board games. 1 mil per annum schlepp to the Seychelles bars. Its high mineral content supposedly aids degenerative joint illnesses, so I suggest we make a preemptive strike.
Ignoring the crowd's crass calls for me to unstrap my bangers, we plunge in.
This is the most visited attraction in Budapest.
You can tell that because of all the people.
I don't like this. There's a lot of flesh on display.
You've managed to keep a bit of dignity
A
here.
little bit. I've given
Questioned, and in order to make the practice even more baffling, locals have started to combine it with chess.
Well, you're white, so you've got the advantage.
I don't want this to be a racial issue. Oh, sorry.
Don't go there. This is the queen, the powerful piece on the board. To move this way, that way,
Okay.
that way.
So this is Beyonce.
Sure. This is Jay-Z.
This is Jay-Z.
Jay-Z can only move
Less
one at a
powerful.
time.
Yeah. Right. Okay, I'll go one.
Okay.
Now you're moving. By the way, do you feel any better?
I don't really, despite the high incidence of magnesium in the water and
you feel like you're
skin
suffering
conditions. No, I feel my suffering has only just begun.
Before my Breton top shrinks ever tighter round my bosom, we split this zone to cop some chimney cake, a local speciality.
Hello.
My young colleague knows how to order.
Haram Kurtosh Kolachot Kerig.
You don't have to sound old.
Cone-shaped dough is basted in butter and roasted on a spit. Traditionally served sweet, there's a controversial new savoury slant to the chimney cake scene. We decide to order a brace of options.
Actually, I'm bang out of half. Got any?
Have I got huff? Yes, I do.
Lay some
brother.
huff down.
I've
Don't
got some
flash
huff.
your huff in my face.
Whoa, that's a
That's
lot
a
of
lot of
huff.
huff.
Kusene.
Kissing. Thank you. Oh. We're lucky to have got this spot.
I do feel like a bit of a chump without the ice cream bit, if I'm honest.
I'm going to start with ham, and I'll feed back.
If you did it the other way around, I think you were a psychopath.
That's a bit like a Subway. This, like a stand 99. Can I?
Do you want me? Yeah, of
Could I?
course. My funnel's good, but I do get worried that I might like
It's also known as a funnel
go
cake.
into it and get a bit. That's the only trouble with getting
Yes.
him. It's hard to eat.
You're making elegant work of it.
I think sometimes you either have class or you don't, you know?
Before our digestive tracts take us to task, we head for the frankly ethereal Children's Railway, where all jobs, apart from the driver, because what child wants to be an engine driver, are discharged by kids.
Here we go. Look at this stone-faced killer. Order.
Hello, young man. Kit jegot Janoszegi. I have no doubt in my mind that all of these children are ghosts. Oh. Oh, hello. I'm going to try not to be patronizing.
Okay.
You work on the train. Very good.
Originally set up for the youth wing of the Communist Party to promote teamwork, this piece of juvenilia has been chuffing through Buda since 1948.
The ticket.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Don't know if I agree with child labor.
Thank you.
No, I don't
Thank
think they're
you very
paid, so
much.
is it labour?
Do you get money to work here?
No.
What have women fought for? Only to have our daughters working on trains for free.
This is your daughter?
Yeah.
Well, this is an embarrassing way to meet up again.
János hegyállomás következik.
I think you might be talking to us.
Yes, I think that means the buffet car is closed. So we should leave.
Bye. Thank you, children friends.
Let's just step across these tracks.
Yeah, I mean, that's normally worked out well for people, hasn't it? They grow up so fast, Richard.
To fully leverage our position at the rated Zugliget chairlift.
Okay, straight in, down.
Okay, down, sit. We're off. Oh, God.
Ow!
Ow.
That's my shin.
Look at that view.
There's some great gobbing opportunities from up here if we were punks.
Yeah. Were you ever one of those kids, one of those teenagers who used to spit?
Yeah. Well, I did come from Ipswich, but no. You do not want to have an argument at the top of this.
No.
Because it's 1 km, 15 mins. That's a long sulk. I've done it.
You sat in a sulk for that long?
I've gone days. No, it's fine. Fine, I'm fine.
I just feel like there's something wrong.
Seems like you're putting that on me.
Turn your right on me.
Sorry, I was just trying to read. It's just... Do you want to talk about something?
Just feels like your silence is very loud.
Why don't you just say what's on your mind rather than telling me how I feel?
Oh, you're good at it. You're so clever at that.
Thank you.
Oh, you must be a nightmare to be married to.
Oh, it's tough.
After a further 15 mins of unmotivated personal attacks, I feel the reassuring sensation of foliage underfoot.
Are we about to sweep into someone's garden?
This is 1970 was a bad year for whoever bought this property. They must have gone, oh, come on.
I've actually really enjoyed this little trip. I loved it.
The only thing that could have made this more connective to inner peace would be if we were colouring in a little book, maybe a ironic picture book of Tom Hiddleston.
Land looms below, and our protracted dangle comes to a merciful end.
Off we go. Wow. Thank you.
Hey,
What's
high
ours?
five. Nailed it.
With our remaining time in Budapest slipping through our clammy mitts, we decide to swivel the lens on our sorry selves for a final soul-sapping snap.
Richard, where the hell are we?
St. Stephen's Basilica, finished in 1905, took 50 years because the central dome kept collapsing. It's also got a 9.5-ton bell. Document it. Move on.
We're out of here.
After a trim trawl to the tune of £470, we have little left to do but recount our vast accomplishments in this most Buda of Pests.
Cousin Richard.
Well, let's see if Hungarian champagne is as good as everyone says.
Because the word on the street is that it's average.
I'm sure it's good. I can't drink champagne. It's too associated with fun and revelry. Let us commence our assessment. Yeah.
First of all, I feel like Budapest brought its A-game architecturally.
I've enjoyed the diffidence of the people.
If I knew what diffidence was, I'd absolutely high-five you.
Thank you.
The children's railway.
Yes.
Why are they not at school? Why are they not getting paid? Why are they all ghosts?
Why did they turn their heads round 360? Why did they open their mouths and they had black tongues? Why were their backs all stitched?
I got a chill just there, Richard, even thinking about those children.
No, they were good lads.
Would you like to cheers? This is my one Hungarian phrase I've remembered. Eségedre.
To better times.
To better times.
Next time, a Canarian caper round Tenerife with Lena Dunham.
There.
Yes!
Yes. look.
Yes!
Over on E4 Next, there are gasps all round, along with some clutching of pearls, I'd imagine, when news breaks of the Binky Bump. It's the start of the brand new series of Made in Chelsea. Here on Channel 4, we're off to St George's for 24 hours in A&E.